got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. Yeah. We hit it right all our wrong. Hey yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God.
I'm teaching essentials, I'm operating at my peakest potential. Elijah, he told me to keep it all simple. Through these instrumentals, I speak to your mental. Red. Back in the booth, rap to the youth, they was lacking the truth. Rap to the seas, they was lacking the roots. Smoked all the trees and they snacking on fruits. Bed, attached to my roof, detached to the roof on the back of the coupe. Back from the future, I'm back in the red and the blue, yeah, I'm back on my snoop. Niggas be biting, they cracking, they tracking, niggas be capping, they lacking, they tracking. Put a toe tag on the back of they boot. Battle with nukes, I'm attacking, they tricking. I wrote these bars in Sumerian text. The legends of Mu on the Marian sets. It was written in Targaryen text. Came to conquer all my variants.
Yeah, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. Yeah. We hit it right all our wrong. Hey yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God. Back on the mic, was dead on my back, now I'm back on my life. Came back from the future, went back to it twice. When I rose out the grave, they said that dude is Christ. I'ma shine like a star, I'ma twinkle, twinkle as I light up the sky. The whole world was watching on the night I arrived. The Messiah's here, I guess it's finally time. Swear that I hear every prayer that you say. I was there every day, I was still everything.
Chat, what the hell? Whenever they got a pillar at the Vatican. Pope Pablo, where you at?
You either fight or run. Life a game, I feel like I won. Hey, yo, we got it going on. I bring my niggas together, we transform and become the Voltron. We hit it right all our wrong. Hey yo, we got it going on. Yeah. Went through the fire, but it lit up my fuse. I'm blowing up like a bomb. Introduce you to God.
From the quantum shadows, a traveler emerges. Fly Sinet, the multi-dimensional hacker, living his hero's journey. He joins the Pantheon at AI Masters Workshop, November 1st and 2nd, hosted by 363 Empire with Red Pillar and Seven Bomar. Tickets, lock yours in now.
This is the law of mental command. It is the understanding that you are not a victim of your thoughts, but a commander of them.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Live, and you are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar. All right. Let's get all comfortable in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make ourselves at home. How is everybody doing on the Saturn Day Night Live? All right. So check this out. I was thinking, right? Like, we're going to do Saturday Night Live. If we're going to do a song, if we're going to do a show called Fuck the Streets, right? If we're going to talk about the death of the street cycle, I can't do that shit at 8 o'clock, not on a Saturday. Like, I have to be doing the show during the witching hour. I gotta do the show when the goons is outside. I gotta do the show when the gargoyles are gargoyling. You feel me? Like I gotta be in alignment. You know, people is doing shows about dark shit in the daytime. You know what I'm talking about? It's late as shit. No, it's not. It's Saturday. This is the time that I used to go outside. Like I was going to the club right around this time. I wasn't pulling up early. I used to come outside at 1 o'clock. You know what I'm talking about? So that's how I'm doing this show. That's how Saturday Night Lives is gonna be. This shit is gonna be live at night. You know what I mean? And on some Saturn shit in the witching hours of a Saturday, not Saturday at 6 p.m. And I'm talking about Saturday. And I'm talking about nighttime shit. Nah, we doing nighttime shit tonight. How about that? You know what I mean? I need y'all to be in the motherfucking in the frequency, you know what I mean, of a late night Saturday night session so we could really get it in. Yeah, low key. This is my power hour too. I start touching on 3 o'clock. I get magical, you know what I mean? So yeah, we gonna cook tonight. Tonight is some street shit. You gonna wake up, dudes are gonna be on the way to the grand mass. They're gonna be on the way to church tomorrow, to tabernacle, listening to this dark shit that we about to talk about tonight. You know what I mean? And if the stars are in alignment, we're gonna be joined by a fire-breathing dragon, an OG, a motherfucking warlock, a wizard up in this bitch. You know what I mean? A nighttime entity, a nocturnal master who goes by the name of Ra Aku. I don't ever think I seen Ra Aku in the daytime. Keep it a Buckington with you. Hold on 1 second.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours. Brother Red Pill reporting live and direct. Yes, I have some very good news on Friday, December 19th, the day that the Third Eye Atlas is supposed to be in contact with us. We are going to be at Spin City headquarters, which is Sovereign Land over there at East Point, Atlanta. And we are going to be doing a winter solstice conference Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, featuring Bitcoin Bully, featuring Rosbin, featuring Ra Aku, Spin City, Brother Red Pill, you name it, and other special guests. Make sure you click on the QR code so you can find out more details. Seating is limited. This is going to be a closed door.
Shout out to everybody who pulled up to that event on Friday. Classic shit right there. All right. Classic shit. You know what I mean? We put in that work. Me, Bitcoin Bully, and our good brother Slice. If there was anybody that was in the building Friday night, let's get a shout out. All right. Let's get a shout out. You know what I mean? Because that was a very fire workshop. A lot of information was disseminated last night, as a matter of fact, right? Yeah, last night we was turned up. We was turned up, y'all. You feel me? So yeah, let's go ahead and do the roll call. Let's see who's in the building, and then let's get into the conversation tonight, respectfully. Okay. You know, shout out to all of the night owls tapped in. Shout out to the night owls that are tapped in. Okay. Strange happenings in Philly, strange. Strange things are happening, strange. Strange things are happening, strange. Charleston, of course, is in the building. Shout out to Charlestown. Shout out to Greensboro. Shout out to Philly, Hawaii in the building. Of course, we got East Flatbush in the building. Union in the building. We got Boston up in this thing. Richmond in this thing. North Vegas, Philadelphia. We got Oregon. Is it flooding in Oregon? Where is it flooding at? Let me know. Huh? Beantown in the building. ATL in the building. We got Cali in the building. Detroit is in the building. Copper Moon is up with us in the building. I'm going to see you tomorrow, Copper Moon. Shout out to everybody that's going to be with us tomorrow in Atlanta, ATL. Shout out to everybody that's going to be with us tomorrow at Spin City headquarters when we tap in with the gods, Ra Aku and Ras Ben. If you got your tickets for tomorrow, whether it's live stream or whether you're gonna be there in the flesh. Please let me know. This week, this strong in us has already been monumental. I'm gonna upload some images and show y'all and whatnot. It's already been legendary. But yeah, tap in if you are part of the festivities. All right, Moss Point. Okay, we got Richmond in the building. Sin City is in the building. Nashville is in the building. We got Texas A&M in the building. Joburg is in the building. All right, we got Georgia in the building. All right, Washington in the building. You there in the live stream? No doubt. You there in the live stream? No doubt. What are we talking about tonight? Please read the title, all right? And utilize your imagination. Read that title right there. It says it all. Okay. Memphis is in the house. We got Philly in the building. Shout out to Philly. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some new sponsors that I am so enthusiastic about. We have new sponsors, new advertisers. This is going to be a big one right here, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are going to thank me for this one. We done hit a lick right here. I promise you. I shit you not. Memphis is in the building. Memphis is in the building. Philly is in the building. Los Angeles, Long Beach. We got Cleveland. Decatur, where's greater? North London. Cleveland in the building. Shout out to all of y'all, man. We couldn't do this without y'all. Boy, oh boy, as the year winds down and we get to this end of the year activities, oh man, it's going to be this one is going to be big. This end of the year roundup, this one is going to be a doozer. I can't wait. I'm already compiling the files and it's looking crazy right now. You know what I'm talking about? It's looking crazy. Boy, oh boy. Man, I'm trying to come up with a title for the end of the year episode because there's so many competing titles and whatnot, but I'm trying to come up with the right title that's gonna do what it needs to do. But goddamn, there's so much going on, man. It is so much going on simultaneously. You feel me? Shout out to Jake Paul, right? That's his name. Jake, yeah, shout out to Jake Paul and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, boy. Good. That's a good feeling. You know what I mean? Man, this year is wrapping up. This season finale this shit is going. This thing is wrapping up real nice. White boys getting whooped on and whatnot, knocked out. Yeah, I like how this season is ending. You know what I'm talking about? But man, oh man. So let us see. Let me see something. Let me see. All right. Let's go right here to this commercial. And then we'll be right back. Okay. Let us not go to this commercial. We're going to have to remove something. All right. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. A commercial for the 21st. Utilize your phone for your QR code so you could get your tickets, and we will see you in the building tomorrow. It starts at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. mañana. Ra Aku, all right, Raz Ben, Red Pillar, and special guests. Okay. Ra Aku, Red Pillar, and special guests. That is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, on Zoom and in person at Spin City headquarters. Shout out to Spin City. He had a monumental event today, a powerful event. The family was in the building. Shout out to Radiohead. He pulled up last night as well. Check this out. Right back. Word from Word from our sponsors.
Sunday, December 21st, day 3 of winter solstice strong end. This is not a conference. This is a Sunday, December 21st, day 3 of winter solstice strong end. This is not a conference. This is a convergence, masters of the universe, a live transmission on ancestral intelligence versus artificial intelligence, not as a debate, but as a revelation. Featuring master teachers Ras Ben and Ra Aku, joined by the red pillar, we ask the real question. Before the machine could think, who taught humanity how to remember? Artificial intelligence processes data. Ancestral intelligence carries memory. One calculates probability. The other remembers destiny. This is where the past meets the future, where lineage confronts code, where living archives speak. Masters of the universe. Sunday, December 21st. Winter solstice, strong end, day 3. The signal is live. The ancestors are online. Sunday, December 21st, day 3 of winter solstice, strong end. This is not a conference. Sunday, December 21st, day 3 of winter solstice, strong end. This is not a conference. This is a convergence, masters of the universe, a live transmission on ancestral intelligence versus artificial intelligence, not as a debate, but as a revelation. Featuring master teachers Ras Ben and Ra Aku, joined by the red pillar, we ask the real question. Before the machine could think, who taught humanity how to remember? Artificial intelligence processes data. Ancestral intelligence carries memory. One calculates probability. The other remembers destiny. This is where the past meets the future, where lineage confronts code, where living archives speak. Masters of the universe. Sunday, December 21st. Winter solstice, strong end, day 3. The signal is live. The ancestors are online.
Before the cold, there was memory, a whisper call in the spine, the rhythm of ages, a ticking time.
The portals have opened and the time has come. This world will never be the same again.
There was breath, a gasp, a spark, a trembling thread, the pulse of the living, the words unsaid. Before the signal there was blood, rushing rivers of crimson flood. The signal we were made.
stars align tonight and the old ways return. This is not magic, it is memory.
Fragile fortress
The solstice
within
will awaken what was buried.
a fleeting wind.
Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow is going to be the first day of the solstice. Okay. What the solstice is very indicative of is a death cycle. Okay. The solstice is the beginning of the winter season, right? And in the winter season, flowers die, plants die, animals hibernate. Things are not necessarily alive in the tundra. Okay. So it is of no coincidence that right around the same time of this winter season of 2025 being ushered in, we have a profound statement that is ringing through the cosmos, through the galaxy. And that statement is, fuck the streets. Okay. The statement being heard around the world, fuck the streets, and is being echoed by street rappers. Okay. Coincidentally enough, on December 19th, the same day that the Third Eye Atlas made communication with the planet, the same time that the Third Eye Atlas connected with this planet, right, on the 19th of December, that is the same day that we had this explosion on social media of rappers and street, quote unquote, street personas, right? Street personas, rappers denouncing their quote unquote code, denouncing their stance, denouncing their role, denouncing their archetype. Very interesting. The most influential culture on this planet that extends past quote unquote popular culture, right? Hip hop, that influences the whole world on multiple levels. Hip hop that was decreed by multiple colleges and studies that were done in Harvard and Yale, right? To have the most intricate, quote unquote, musical and scientific setup of any genre of music ever created. This hip hop that was created in burnt out buildings in the Bronx. This culture is not dying because this culture cannot die. Energy never dies. You can't kill the culture, but you can transform it. You can't kill the culture, but you could transmute it. You can't kill the culture, but you could definitely put it through the fire. We're bearing witness, ladies and gentlemen, to a shift in a reality that the hip hop that you knew will never, ever exist again. The 2016 SoundCloud movement, it will never be that again. The 2017 quote unquote young rich nigga movement that came out of Atlanta, you'll never see that again. Not by the Migos. If it ever resurfaces, it'll be by somebody completely different. This run that Thug, Young Thug, 21 Savage, and a bunch of other people had, where they were influencing the body count and all of the killing fields in America to quadruple and to 10x. Yeah, well, that's dying down. The whole Pied Piper movement of running our brothers and sisters into the federal pens, yeah, that's slowing down as well. What is the Pied Piper movement? The Pied Piper movement is that the rappers are the Pied Pipers. They work for the corporations. They work for the quote unquote BlackRock. They work for the man and whatnot. The Pied Piper, the piper that they're pieing is the quote unquote record deal, the record contract, whatever the label is telling them to sing about, whatever the label is paying them and encouraging them and incentivizing them to speak on, whatever the CIA is cutting them a check to quote unquote lie about, right? That's the Pied Piper. And they're leading people into graves and they're leading them into federal pens. And the numbers are astronomical, right? The run that they had from the Jeezy era leading up to now, what all of the people that they got to throw into the quote unquote the fire or the woodchuck machine of the federal penitentiary system and whatnot, the amount of people that they got to put into slavery, the amount of people that they got to put it on papers, the amount of people that they got to subjugate since the Jeezy era leading up to right now. Yeah, somebody needs to talk about that. You know, that has to come to an end. That needs to be pushed against, right? But before we get into the situation with the fall of the streets, the great fall, this is the greatest fall right here. This is the, I might have to rename this. This might be another great fall episode. But before we get into that great fall, let's get into the great fall of the great white hype. Now, peep the symbology of what this end of the year is telling you. Peep the symbol literacy as to what you're looking at. Put on your symbol literate rose-colored glasses. The defeat of Jake Paul. When the symbol of Jake Paul was beating up on Mike Tyson right around the time when Donald J. Trump became president, and it was said that the MAGA boys, it was said that those podcast boys, it was said that those Nick Fuentes boys, it was said that those Proud Boys were supposed to be beaten on top of black people's head tops and whatnot. And those people with their great white hype and the fact that they have to live vicariously through one of their white fragility crash outs and whatnot, they were using homie to pump them up and whatnot, to act bold and to talk slick. Henceforth, when they were pushing Donald J. Trump and white nationalism to the front of the stage, Aiden Rothstein, right? Aiden Rothstein in particular. Aiden, thank you, whoever just bought a ticket and whatnot. Make sure y'all hit that QR code and get your live stream tickets and pull up in the building tomorrow. I promise you we'll take care of you. I promise you we're going to send you home with a lot of goodies and whatnot. I promise you that you're going to have an official roadmap leading into 2026, and this roadmap will not be AI generated. What ancestral intelligence is and what it qualifies is, and anybody has it, anybody, but you got to be able to qualify it. If you could qualify that your output of whatever formula of research that you use cannot be duplicated by any of the intelligent machines or any of the quote unquote LLMs, then you have ancestral intelligence. You have answers and results that the AI cannot give, right? But there are people who got swallowed up by this synthetic intelligence, solid state intelligence, artificial intelligence leading up to AGI, to where it's like, yeah, I could read cards too. Yeah, they got AI that could read cards. They got AI that could diagnose people's health and whatnot. So sometimes it replaces people who are doing that manually, right? But let us get back into what we were talking about. Death to the streets, which is at this current phase a deaf culture. So how could you die? How could a deaf culture die? How could you declare death on a culture that's already dead? I'll tell you how. When some of the faces, or what I would say the brand ambassadors, or what I would say the mascots, or what I would say the cheerleaders, or I would say the quote unquote carbon, not the carbon. Well, you have carbon copies, right? You have facsimiles, which are copies of copies. You have the simulacra. We're talking more so about like primary source. So just the other day, I was in Atlanta at City Winery Cafe. This is where a lot of artists perform. I had the opportunity to go backstage because my producer has taken over the role of the DJ for Cool G Rap because DJ Polo has made transition, right? So I got a backstage pass to come and chill with one of my childhood heroes who is the artist who goes by the name of Cool G Rap, right? Who didn't have any dental, any furniture, any dentals in his mouth, right? When he was performing. And I'm assuming that, you know, he's of a certain age bracket and whatnot. But what that is showing me is that our elders are not being taken care of. They don't even have dental plans for our legendary quote unquote legacy acts who actually he started gangster rap. All right. Not to say he was the only one, but if there were a bunch of people who signed the Bill of Rights, if there was a bunch of people who signed the Constitution, well, goddamn it, Cool G Rap was there when they signed the Gangsta Bill of Rights, right? And gangster rap has gotten about $1 trillion worth of return in revenue throughout the years and whatnot. It has created a multitude of multi-millionaires and a few billionaires, right? So the fact that nobody's taking care of these artists and whatnot, the fact that they don't have any type of insurance and whatnot, the fact that they don't have, the fact that they are being quote unquote still taken advantage of when it comes to their publishing, when it comes to their catalogs, or I mean, you name it. It's super ugly. You know what I'm talking about? It's super ugly. So on the back end of the deal that they signed with the devil and whatnot to participate in this quote unquote deaf culture, and the fact that it is culture because the devil gives you nothing and whatnot, and the deaf culture takes more than it gives, right? Whenever you're a part of something that takes more than it gives, that's not considered to be a win. That's actually a lose, because that's like riding on a tire that's leaking air. Okay, it's not a W, it's not a flex, right? So anytime that you are operating in debt, my nigga, that's not a flex. There's nothing to flex about. I don't care how much Sephora you put on a pig. It doesn't matter. You're a fucking slave. You're a debt slave with fancy clothes that are usually from a sample sale. You know what I'm talking about? The shit got like a Lizzie. It got an alarm rip in the neck. You know what I mean? It's defective, my G. You know what I'm saying? So niggas got you in some fly ass defective shit. You know, the car is not even a rental. You feel me? The car is like a fake car. You know what I mean? The car is a press on. You know what I mean? Or you in a Toro, my nigga. That it has a time limit on it. They got you lined up like Cinderella with the 12 o'clock curfew, my nigga. You know what I mean? The jewelry is rented and is Moissanite. Like this whole shit is artificial. The whole setup was artificial. I think these niggas ushered in AI. I think, and I ain't talking about Allen either. You know, from the fake rappers to the people that are out here having fornicating with shit with batteries in it. I don't know who helped to usher in the fuckery, but niggas need to look around. You know what I'm talking about? Because you don't have to look far. But anyway, So the shit gotta die, right? And it is of no coincidence whatsoever that in the year of 2025, when one of the icons of the fuckery, right? I have an episode coming up very soon. It might be even a video essay. It's called Silence of the Lames, not the Lambs, but Silence of the Lames and whatnot. And it's going to talk about how people like Ebro. It's going to talk about like how mad people was just silent while all of the fuckery took place. And some of them are the first people that are out here popping out trying to talk. So much blasphemy is going on, bro. You know what I mean? Because when you silent, you literally are co-signing that shit, or you just dog shit scared. You know what I mean? Either one, you still got to get work. You know what I mean? You still got to get cooked up, my niggas, because so many people are trying to walk away from the crime scene with blood on their shoes. You know what I mean? Nah, get your ugly ass back here. Get over here. You know what I'm talking about? You need to, everybody needs to get the medicine that they need on some Jake Paul shit. Jake Paul getting his ass knocked down is all of them weak ass white fragility, Dick Fuentes, you know what I'm talking about? All of those triple agents and whatnot, Bandis Owens and whatnot, America Kirk and all of them. You feel me? That's all of them getting their asses knocked down by Big Mama and whatnot. That's all of them getting their plans and whatnot. Not the fuck out. His jaw got broke. Talk black to me. His shit got broke twice. You know? His shit got broke twice. And then Andrew Tate got knocked the fuck out. So what is the universe talking to us? Let's just look at this shit from the great divine speaking through signs. Something is being told to us. This shit is falling. Everybody is literally getting knocked out and knocked down and put to and getting put to a halt. They pumping their brakes. People are getting sat on their two back pockets. So what is that saying? That's saying that shit is coming to an end this year. It was fun while it lasted, but a lot of the facades are up. The streets are a facade. That street shit is a facade. If there is anything such as a street nigga, it's like 5 of them left. But everybody wants to mimic and clone because women, right? In particular, I'm sorry, ladies, but y'all made them the priority. Y'all made them the chosen ones. Y'all were the ones who made street niggas the alpha omegas, and y'all chose up. So what the niggas do? They cloned the street nigga. They cloned the archetype so they could get some nookie. They could get some cookies and whatnot. Y'all said y'all wanted a roughneck, so dudes started spitting on y'all. You know what I mean? Choking you out, Timberlands on your neck. That's the type of shit that y'all kind of co-sign, because dudes would not be running around acting like that if that wasn't a mating call. You know, that's a mating call. Yeah, I'm gonna go check out Chappelle. That's what that is. That's a whole mating call. So when the women start switching it up and choosing up on smart men, intelligent men, wise men, honorable men, right? We're going to be able to get somewhere, because the YNs will take off the quote unquote mask and they will put on a quarter zip when they find out that they're getting chosen by the baddest of the baddest, because they only rock with dudes who wear quarter zips, who know how to spell their name without the extra A on it. You know what I mean? That's what they need. But it's going to be the magnetic pull of some honorable women who have class and who could bring the God out of a young man. Because you just can't cough the God up out of you. You just don't wake up and choose God. You just don't wake up and choose greatness. You just don't wake up and choose that you want to bring the motherfucking greatest version of you that's all the way in the back of the warehouse. Who just brings that motherfucker to the front? No, it gets brought to the front by being in the presence of the goddess, of the baddest, of a goodie, not a baddie, but a goodie. A goodie has the magnetic pull of a planet made out of nickel, my nigga. But check this out. Check this out. Check out B-Dell. I think B-Dell gets the rookie of the year this year. I don't know. It's a close run. It's a very close run out there, and these streets are scary. But B-Dell is hitting. B-Dell is on some Steph Curry shit. He be hitting 4-pointers while having a post-game interview without even looking at the rim.
It's about to be 2026. If you still showing veneration of street culture, you're an enemy, an agent provocateur to your people. Because that old paradigm in itself was built on survival. It wasn't built on evolution. In order to reverberate the culture, you must shift your mindset. But the vast majority of people on the planet are mentally fractured and spiritually broken. Broken so much to the point where the afflict of detriment is what created broken households and trauma, which is basically the recipe for a street nigga, which is why you gotta heal. Much gratitude and salute to everybody who is denouncing gang culture. Now it's time for the women to do the same thing, because y'all gave all y'all good years to street niggas and then have the audacity to ask where all the good men are at. You passed him up. You passed up the man that was into books. You passed up the man that was into science. You passed up the man that had a veneration for knowledge for a street nigga who's in jail. Come to intelligent women, they don't want a man who's respected in the streets. They want a man who's respected because of his brain power. Because the streets do not produce husbands. It produces generational curses. Based on my logical assertions, when it comes to people like Adam 22, Whack 100, and Blueface, they all have a credence for gang culture. Why? Because they're connected to the industry, and the industry has to pay the people on Wall Street. So if you don't have enough niggas going to jail, the economic system is going to be manipulated. So,
are you listening to what this young man is saying? Are you listening to what the young God is expounding? Do you hear what he's saying, y'all? He's saying that y'all passed up real men for the street niggas. Now, I'm going to just say it like this. Why doesn't more conscious men, why doesn't more conscious women in this community pop out with conscious men? Like, there should be a flood of relationships going on and women going public with conscious men, especially the goddesses that said that they healed. You know what I mean? Like, where's those at? Where's those relationships? I don't really see that. You know what I mean? Because that's a reward system. I'm rewarding you, Mr. Locks, Koofy, you know what I mean? Eating good. I'm rewarding you. Right? But what I do see, and what I've been seeing, and what I continue to see, is the goddesses who said that they healed, or the goddesses who should be equally yoked, they were street niggas. Right? I'm talking about lowlifes. Right? And they breeding them too. So what's that about? And they would and if that's not what it is, they're with women. What's that about? I'm not starting anything. I'm just making an observation. It's like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of, you know what I mean? But I don't see where's the gods at? Why is the gods not getting rewarded for godding? You know? Why is that? That's just an observation. I'm really like, so once again, The people, if the dudes that was wearing their pants past their ankles, if they were not getting rewarded, they would not be doing that. If the dudes who was out here killing people who look like us, if they were not getting the top tier of the women, if the women were not low key agreeing to shit like that, when nobody is looking, they're giving them the cookies, they're rewarding them, they're letting them know we co-signing this. This is the way to our pants. If the dude who was selling drugs to dudes' moms and everything, the dude who was terrorizing the hood and selling crack to niggas' moms and uncles and everything, if they were not getting their calls answered at 2 a.m. by a shorty who was considered to be the homecoming queen, or the baddest of the baddest, or the around the way B girl that everybody was chasing, if that wasn't the case, niggas would have put the crack down. Now, these days, they want a killer, but not a killer of open enemies, not a killer of somebody who is really controversial, not that type of killer. Nah, they want somebody who knocks off their own people for fun. You know what I'm saying? For bragging rights. So once again, the culture, it's a poor culture. The mentality is poor. The choices of what you invest your hard-earned money in is a poor choice. There's poor choices everywhere around the border. So nobody could blame anyone but themselves. This is self-inflicted, quote unquote, termination. This is species terminus. People are self-destructing as individuals and as a species. You know that, right? Species terminus. Just fall on the sword. Just say you don't want to be here. You know? Let's go back to B Dell. Let him finish cooking, y'all. Cause he's on point with it. He's talking that shit, you know what I mean? And he's describing how these people literally are working for the 3-letter organizations. They are all working in tandem. We don't need to wait for Ian Carroll or Bandage Jones to come out with an episode to show you the fucking rat line from the record labels all the way into the private prisons, all the way into Mar-a-Lago, because it's there, my niggas. Just understand that these motherfuckers are on payroll, from Adam 22 all the way down to the weirdos that he interviews. It's all it's all an operation. All of them are working together. But what they do is they create influence. It's like when your cell phone is getting pinged by the towers. All they're doing is pinging. They're the towers that are out here pinging little niggas, pinging crash outs, pinging niggas with pea brains, pinging people who are down bad, pinging people whose auras they don't have no shields up and whatnot, so they get all type of signals beamed to them. They're schizophrenic. They're hearing all signals and whatnot because they don't have no firewall. They don't have no protection. They don't have no auric field and whatnot. The shit is down. So they're getting all type of information. So they're like, I'm hearing things, and those are the people that are spazzing out. Those are the niggas that are snapping and whatnot. Those are the ones that are crashing. Okay, so either you got to change your environment, you got to build your auric field back up and whatnot. You have to turn off the devices and go with this motherfucking radio silence. You have to practice a digital detox and literally immerse yourself in the electromagnetic sphere of the quote unquote nature. Okay, you're gonna have to touch grass. All right, you got to build your auric field back up. Okay, so let him continue.
So that basically caters to the same ideology of what took place in the 1980s, where they had a secret meeting, the executives and the CEOs, to push gangster rap because there wasn't enough prisons, being filled up. With that being said, we must bring shame back to our culture. Banish anybody who is pushing street culture because that shit is dead.
There you go. So let's go down this little rabbit hole, okay? Because you got people pushing back and you got people saluting. This movement that we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, let me know how many people in the chat is privy to this fuck the street movement and all of the ruckus that it's beginning to cause and all of the quote unquote conversations that it is sparking and just everything that's going on around it, right? This is a natural progression, in my humble opinion, from the Drop Your Flag challenge that our good brother Hocus 4/5, all right, that Hocus 45 started, right? He came with the Drop Your Flag challenge, which was a challenge to the gangs. And keep in mind, the gangs have the grip on the artists before. It's not the other way around. When you want to deal with loosening up the grip, when you want to deal with loosening up the headlock, think a cobra snake that is choking out a god or a titan and whatnot. When you want to loosen up that grip that cobra has on the throat of that titan, you want to start with the gangs, right? It starts with the prisons. It goes into the street gangs, and then it touches the rappers, and then it touches the athletes, and then it touches the entertainers, and then it touches college children, college athletes, and then it touches high schoolers and niggas from the streets, regular people from the streets, and then all of the Poindexters, and then all of the weirdos and the incels, and the millions of people who are literally just pushing pencils, chilling in a basement and whatnot, gooners and things of that nature, young kids, teenagers, niggas in the 80s living out their third childhood. A bunch of those people would just fall in line after the dominoes fall. That's how it's going to work. That's how it's coming down. But Fabio Foreign, always with a good ignorant take, you know what I mean? You'll begin to see in this whole situation who's beyond redemption and who's the ones that are worthy to even be paid attention to, because literally niggas got to draw the line at some point. And these motherfuckers are giving you the opportunity to make right decisions. You know what I'm saying? They're letting you know, please cut me off, leave me alone, please avoid me at all costs, please, I am dangerous. They're letting you know just by their tweets, just by the way that they think. Oh, nah, put this nigga over here. He is to be, you know what I mean? So of course, my evil twin, he couldn't help himself, for the record, this man is born on the same day as me and my brother, Blue. He goes by the name of Boozy Badass, born on November the 14th, a dark Scorpion. And I understand how dark and how deep Boozy could get because, like I said, we share a birthday. So when he's my dark hermit, so when he goes dark hermit, I totally get it. I say to myself, if I was completely gone, if I was completely on the other side, that's how I would probably be talking too. Everything is a spectrum. It's a reflection, right? So he goes off. He's basically saying that if you saying that the streets is dead, stop double dipping, stop playing with the streets, stop using the streets like you would use a sex worker. You know what I mean? Stop turning tricks on the street. Rap about vegetables, rap about fruits, and I agree with that. Rap about fruits in college. Rap about fruits in college. I ain't mad at that. Let the people who's really living that life, who's going to stand on what they on, let them stand on that. And I'm not mad at that either. Tell all of these smart ass niggas stop playing dumb, right? Especially rappers like 21 Savage. He's not a dumb brother. He's not slow. He's not challenged. He's very intellectual. He just hides his intellect. He's one of those. Have you met somebody like that before who hides their intellect, who tucks their tail around the homies and whatnot? They have a black scent. You feel me? He put on a black scent, right? So very interesting. Some of the people who actually initiated the conversation was 21 Savage and Young Thug, right? And we said it since we went on Stone Mountain, not this year, the Stone Mountain trip in 2022, I believe, when we went up there first time with Father Rich. And what was the call for? The call that we put out there was for this rap shit, the deaf culture in Atlanta specifically, to subside. We wanted it to end. We wanted it to come to an end. We didn't know where to start, so we got on top of the mountain and we spoke into the cosmos and we spoke to the trees and whatnot, and things began to shift. You know, Big Bank, one of the scariest dudes in Atlanta at that time. You know, he does walks up Stone Mountain. He does runs and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? He's into health and whatnot. You got Little John. He used to push crunk juice, and you know, he was a wild boy. You know what I'm talking about? I used to work with him back in the days. What is he pushing? Health and wellness and working out. You got Gunna, right? He's into health and wellness. He's working out. He's getting right. You know what I mean? He got people doing 5 mile runs with him and whatnot. He's focusing on health and wellness. He's focusing on body transformation. He's focusing on putting down the cup and whatnot. He's focusing on eating healthy, right? Then you have a bunch of people. You got 21 Savage saying that the streets is dead. Turn down the streets. Leave the streets alone. Why is that important? Because these are the people that were tied to Drake, right? So once again, like we said before, when you cut the head off of the snake, the body will begin to fall. So the people that Drake was using, that Kendrick Lamar called out in that song, he was using them as a colonizer. Those people got called out. By shining a light on them, he somewhat took away their powers in a way, and he somewhat forced them to begin to look around and open their eyes and begin to ask themselves, is this shit really is that medicine that homie and them is delivering, is it worth taking? And does it taste, it doesn't taste good, but it's bitter. It's a bitter truth. And I began to see a lot of that. One of the main ones that really surprised me was Jeffrey. Even though I knew that Jeffrey was going to come around, right? Even though I knew that Jeffrey was going to come around, Jeffrey is out there calling for peace and whatnot. Jeffrey has nowhere else to go but to wave the peace flag. Jeffrey has nowhere else to go but to plead the quote unquote, to plead the fifth, to tap out from the ignorance. Because remember, millions of people are attached to his ignorance. It's not about him. He's an archetype, right? Unfortunately, but it just is what it is. When we're talking about certain rappers, they're not rappers. They're not just brands either. They're archetypes. Boozy is an archetype. Even 21 Savage at this point, he's an archetype, right? He's an archetype. Some of these people, in terms of, if we would, let's just say that we were dealing with dark magic, right? Let's just say we were dealing with the dark magic. Let's just say that we were dealing with a magical system. And in that magical system, there was that Ogun and that Shango energy. Well, that's what some of these archetypes represent. So we don't have to judge. We can see it through a better lens. Okay. You got trickster gods. You got the god of iron. You got the gods of war, right? So the artists who cast spells with rhymes, with words that rhyme and whatnot, over beats, over drums, right? With and they deal with the spirits, right? Drinking the spirits, and they deal with the sacraments, the marijuana, and they deal with the sexual energy, right? With the vixens and whatnot. And they deal with the blood sacrifices. That's with the beef, that's with the killings, that's with the sacrificing of the enemy, you know, the proverbial drinking of the blood, right? That's standing over the nigga and dumping the clip and whatnot. Then they also deal with martyrdom, because if you kill one of theirs, they'll name the whole hood after him, like Oblak. They'll turn their kingdom, they'll name the kingdom after the slain person who they martyr. They martyr. When they name it Oblak, that was martyrdom right there. And how many people got slain and how much blood got spilled, how many bodies got caught in his name, right? That's like a saint. That's a martyr. You know? That's like a martyr. So these people are like dark, right? These are like Sith lords, like 21 Savage and Boozy is like a Sith Lord, right? Even though they make music and whatnot, you know, they're griots in a way, but you know, they also have a very dark nature. You know what I'm saying? Their names are tied into urban lore. Their names are tied to bodies and whatnot. Their names are tied to blood sacrifices, like murders. You know what I'm saying? That's what their names are tied to. So when they say certain things, it has a little more gravity. They got a little more skin in the game than a rapper whose name is not tied to multiple bodies, right? So is it a ploy? Is it them dodging the feds? It just might as well be. You know what I'm saying? Do I believe it? Not really. Not in its entirety. I think that there's a lot of cap going on social media, especially right now where the money has dried up and people are looking for ways to tap into a lucrative market. And the lucrative market right now, like I said earlier, is consciousness. It is going straight. It is being intelligent. It is saying fight the power. It is talking about let's save the babies and whatnot. It is social entrepreneurship. You know, a blind person can see that is the quote unquote direction to go to if you really want to get some money these days, if you want to get clean money so you don't have to fight the feds, because everybody knows that the feds are fucking packed and they've been scraping the bottom of the ocean. That's how much people they caught in the net, to the point that they're scraping the bottom of the ocean in certain states because they put waves upon waves upon waves of young, smart, intelligent, educated, talented, and gifted black men and women, because the women is getting washed too, right? So, you know, the pushback is still going to be there. There's still people who feel threatened because their only livelihood is out of the streets. Their only ways of eating is eating off of people's carcasses. They are vultures. Vultures are not going to give up their way of eating because that's the only way that they know how to eat. So when you see the pushback, welcome it. Know that it's going to happen. Understand that motherfuckers are going to go out kicking and screaming. But that does not stop the fact that the ship has already hit an iceberg and that bitch is going down. So check this out. Let's get the pushback talk.
Him or maybe Dirk or maybe like I keep saying niggas talking about fuck the streets and the streets dead and shit like that. The streets can never be dead because the streets is reality for a lot of motherfuckers. The streets was never supposed to be an option, nigga. It was never supposed to be no cool shit or no trendy shit for you nigga to fuck with. You feel me? Niggas be born into the struggle. That's their reality. And they gotta find a way about that shit. So these niggas, you know what I'm saying? They getting this rap money, this YouTube money, this social media money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Platform they done developed to where they can make legitimate money. Of course, you should get out the streets, but Thug being a street nigga from Atlanta is what made us pay attention to him in the first place. You could look at him or maybe Dirk or maybe like different rappers that had legal situations, you feel me? And Your story of what you had to say, the swag that you developed and everything you picked up, being from the street, is what made a nigga pay enough attention to you for you to have these platforms to make this legitimate money. You know what I'm saying? And now y'all treating it like an option because a nigga can if he want to.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, right? But then again, I don't get what he's saying, right? Because the shit that he's saying is not what people are talking about. You know what I mean? The shit that he's saying don't mean, because getting out the streets and fuck the streets and the streets is dead means that people are realizing, right, something that you can't unrealize. The fact that people have been blowing billions of dollars in the streets with nothing to show for it. The fact that every single night, right now as I speak, it's a nigga standing on the couch throwing money to God knows who. For what reason, I don't know. But that motherfucker will not wake up in the morning and throw $5 towards a motherfucking app development. He won't throw $10 towards a website. He won't throw $100 towards a fucking trust fund. That's the streets that we're talking about that has to die. Street mentality, street shit is backward shit. The CIA had to fucking design this dumbass shit because it's stupid. Why are you buying bottles at 300% markup? For what reason? Why? Just maybe one night out of the year is acceptable. All right, cool. Maybe once a quarter. Fuck it. Once a month. Why are you in there every night doing it though? For what? You know what I mean? I know niggas go to the club and whatnot to perform manifestation rituals, but god damn it, my nigga. So it's the poor investment choices. The fact that people could spend $2,500 on a goddamn designer luxury bag that costs $10 to make in China, but they will not spend $2,500 on an AI course, a business in a box that will make them goddamn $25,000 or $25 million if they apply that shit the right way. That's what we're talking about. Whatever's stopping our people from thinking coherently and working together and working in harmony, that's what we're talking about needs to die. You know what I'm saying? People coming up and eating cereal with water and having it rough and then using the streets to pull themselves up. Nobody is taking anything away from that. However, we're saying that even those conditions could motherfucking change if we change as a collective. You don't gotta come up with the struggle. You don't gotta come up thirsty. You don't gotta come up groveling and whatnot. You don't have to come up to whereas you're traumatized by poverty. That's not a flex all the time. That is not a flex all the time. So many people have done that already. So many people have wore that jacket so you don't have to try it on. You dig what I'm saying? That's not the flex. That's not the way to go. There's other ways to do this shit. So people need to be more open-minded to exploring that. So let's go back in. More people are talking. More people are talking.
Get mad at another nigga for saying if the can another nigga get mad at another nigga for saying if the streets. Half of y'all ain't even succeeded in the streets. Well, I ain't gonna say half, but most of these niggas ain't even succeeded in the streets. Ain't stepped on that, ain't put nothing down. But saying, oh, them niggas saying, listen, dog, I know for a fact, me, myself, I ran up 10 million out these streets. Facts, not opinions. So if I want to say F the streets, I can say F the streets. And I have benefited from the streets on the highest level. 1 house, 2 house, 3 apartments, plaza. After I lost 18 million. So can't no nigga tell me what I can say. And I'm 100% with the fuck the streets movement. This is from Rollo Terrell Davis, and I sponsor that.
So fuck the streets means what? We're still gonna be the people who live in what y'all call the streets, the people who live in what y'all call the trenches, The people who live in what y'all call the hood will still live there, but they'll be living on a different frequency. They'll be living for something. They'll be living about something differently other than cutting up crack cocaine, other than cutting up fentanyl, other than looking and lurking for zombies and customers and fiends and whatnot, other than sexually assaulting the opposite sex, other than operating in your lowest of lowest frequency, other than looking at your brethren as a quote unquote enemy who you backdoor and you actually take and unalive this person for their quote unquote trinkets or their material possessions. That shit has to die. That shit needs to go away. That shit came with the movies. That bitch came with the music. That shit came with other things. But that's not how motherfuckers were not being born and pushed out of the womb when I was a young man and whatnot. Niggas was not being raised to move like that. That was all programming. You had a few people with their screws loose, but to the point that they was isolated. We had a nigga in our hood named Takeem, and it was only one of him. But before it was all said and done, before he got murdered, he multiplied like Stripe and Gremlins. It was 100 of him. Okay? It was 100 of him. So shit like this happens. Shit like this happens. These people know what they're doing and whatnot. They're creating this shit. They're funding this shit. Okay? They're not stupid. These are billionaires and billion-dollar companies, major fucking corporations that do all kind of homework and whatnot on how to fuck you up and how to keep you fucked up. They got systems in place. They got billion-dollar budgets. You know what I mean? To keep motherfuckers backwards, to keep them living wayward, right? For doing what? For cursing their own. They have you to the point where you're cursing yourself. You're setting yourself up. You're jamming yourself up. Let's go back to Boozy.
Bring his artist. Something dope in hip-hop this week was when I saw Boosie bring his artist to church with him last Sunday. He said, man, he came in at 6 in the morning, but at 8:30 in the morning, I was knocking on his door, making sure he got up for church, you heard me? That's powerful, and it's just more evidence that a shift is happening. Hey, I seen some people online mad. D1, you and Boosie got a song together. Why would y'all do a song? Hey, if you was mad about that, then you should be able to applaud this. Oh, and if you was mad about that first song, you about to be real mad in a second.
To all our first-time special guests, if you were here visiting for the first time, later with the Lord and meeting face-to-face, we want to give you a small token of our appreciation for you coming, and personally thank you for coming to worship with us. If you want to attend the visitor's reception,
if we gon' keep it gangster, we gon' keep it gangster then. If you don't know where you going, you better grab your Bible then. God really been my friend, I made a bag last Monday. Went to church out of town, I couldn't miss last Sunday. Know the devil on me, who keep it gangster? Boosie Boo, he got the tie. Took it all and gave it back, man, I'm Job in the fight. Got his award, he ain't even thank.
Yep. The Bulls are badass. They got Bulls are badass. All right. We got Bulls are badass taking his artist to church. All right. Let's keep it going. Let's see who else is talking out here. It's a lot of fucking people. I promise you. This shit opened a can of worms on this hip hop shit. These motherfuckers are coming. They are jumping out the woodworks like baking soda poured on pork.
And I seen a motherfucker on the internet, and I seen a motherfucker put "Streets Been Good to Me," like one of my old songs, "Streets Been Good to Me," up on that. I liked it and shit. Then I'm getting some more context. I mean, now mind you, I reposted what Swerve say, because streets, fuck the streets. Streets been dead. Let's have a talk. What is the streets? That's first of all. What's our definition? Because ain't no motherfucker talking about fuck the people on the bottom, or the blacks, or, you know, the motherfuckers in the trenches, the poor people. But what's the streets? The idea of the streets. Most you niggas ride around and listen to that nigga Gunna. On my life. And if that nigga slid on y'all and tried to get y'all some money, y'all be his best friend and depend on him. Most of you niggas ain't got no backbone, man. No, real shit. Hey, you know, I seen somebody say they did 10 years, they love the street. I did 10 years too. And matter of fact, in the feds, I might, look, mind your business. I bust your head for not minding your business. You one of us. That nigga over there snitching. He from Alabama somewhere. What, mind your business? You seen this paperwork? Who cares? Don't talk to that nigga. Stay away from him. Why you so invested? My thing is this, right? Any real member gonna tell his son, go be a doctor, son. Go be you don't wanna be nothing like me. We get in this shit to get out this shit, you hear me? The idea is get money. Well, the streets been there with that. That shit a never ending circle. Everybody do what you can to find something else to do. Everybody's poor. My cousin doing 80 years. Remember? Oh, he talk about when he called me. The street's dead. He can't wait to get home. So all you niggas that want to go to jail or love jail so much, go trade places with him. I ain't know this shit was about no rats, but ain't no lesser evil than me either. Animals, I don't like none of you motherfuckers. Snakes, rats, you greedy pigs. Not the police.
So the poison, there was a poison that took place in the culture, right? In the past few years. So this is the reckoning that there's a poison. This is that. This is the reckoning of people coming to a reckoning that the culture has been poisoned, either by gang culture, either by street culture, either by niggas who are very dishonorable and disingenuous, either by demons, either by shaitan, either by jinns, either by all of the negative spirits that came about because people are living wild, wayward, alternative lives that are, and you summon all type of entities. I don't know what it was, but that's what I do know. I know that there's a big reckoning right now where people are coming to. Let's go. More people talking.
We be saying this because he traumatized. Traumatized. What's up with you niggas? Fuck the streets. That's the campaign y'all niggas running with now. The campaign is fuck the streets, huh? What about the street image that made you? But now they saying, okay, it's because, we be saying it's because he traumatized. Traumatized? The game is a traumatizing game. You looking for love in the motherfucking streets? Huh? That's what you doing? Oh, no, I see it. I see what y'all doing. You trying to put a pillow over what your Atlanta homies did. And now you trying to say fuck the streets because the streets ain't shit because y'all got caught up in the little tangle when y'all running y'all motherfucking mouth. You could have said any other narrative, but it's fuck the streets. Do y'all know the niggas that's in the streets listen to y'all? The songs that y'all making is about the streets? Do y'all understand that? Nah, y'all don't get that. And then y'all got Pooh Shiesty with the shit. Huh? And y'all niggas sitting around just saying that shit. That shit corny as shit. Fuck you mean, nigga. It ain't never fuck the streets. I can get out of them. I ain't got to deal with it. But the streets made me. Unless the internet made your ass. Y'all niggas better just stop running with shit. Let them goofy ass Atlanta niggas hype the whole gangsters up. Don't let a group of goofy niggas that went and talked to the police, got on the stand and all types of shit, and with a nigga that's from motherfucking Canada somewhere, talk about what a nigga need to stand on. Yeah, nigga, if you...
Can you see how people's identities are threatened? Once again, another tale, another quote unquote case study, right? Of this identity crisis that our people suffer from, right? The identity crisis that our people are suffering from, where their identity is tied into this mythical creature called the streets. Nobody knows what the streets is. Nobody could point to where the streets live or where it comes from. Where is it on Wiki, right? this fake loyalty that this dude has for the streets. What about your mama? What about your papa? What about your friends? Right? What raised you? You know what I'm saying? So people have, there's generations that came up and their entire identity is tied around what they will say is the fucking streets, right? But when you look at what that really means, we're talking cutthroat shit. We're talking backdoor shit. We're talking bottom feeder shit. We're talking scavenger shit. We're talking quote unquote transgressions against anything what we would deem honorable and integral, right? We're talking about bad character. That's the streets. That's what would raise you. Eyeballing another man's woman and whatnot. That's what raised you. Eyeballing what another man has, even though that man broke bread with you and all of that type of shit. Jealousy and envy growing in your heart. That's the streets. That's what the streets have succumbed to. And that's what these dudes are getting upset about. But keep this in mind. When you detox, ladies and gentlemen, and when you decide to remove the parasite, it's going to go out kicking and screaming as well. It's going to, quote unquote, not want to leave. And it's going to make all type of, quote unquote, back talk and pushback. You might even get a pimple or two. But guess what? That doesn't remove the fact that that motherfucker is about to leave your body and it will never be able to get back into it. So when we start walking away, and when we start dropping these quote unquote zeros, and when we start quote unquote shutting these people out, and we draw that line, you could never ever let them back in. There is no reforming. There is no, oh nah, I learned my no niggas. No niggas. We got to cut the leg off in order to save the body because this shit is cancerous. Some people just got to go.
Really from the streets is in your heart. You ain't got to live it all the time. It's in your heart. So ain't no fuck no streets, nigga. Fuck you, man. You in the game.
It wouldn't be a conversation, of course, without the legend. Fuck.
You niggas got and kill people. Now you white boy thump you niggas upside the head. You niggas got nigga. Pooh Shiesty, put that gangster shit back
on. Get him.
People, now you white boy thump you niggas upside the head. You niggas got probation. You niggas got probation. The white boy thump you niggas upside the head. He didn't spank you. He didn't put a noose around your neck and hang you. You niggas got probation. You niggas got probation. And now you niggas hollering, fuck the streets. No, you niggas. We ain't letting you niggas off 21 Savage. We are not letting you niggas off the hook that easy because your partner's told, you niggas broke weak, you niggas broke the codes. We ain't saying fuck the streets. We saying we need stay in the streets, nigga. Don't bring y'all scary ass over here still talking street. No, stay over there. Go to jail and get... Yes, ma'am, come on in. Oh, yes, ma'am, we just need some towels. I'm in here talking. No, nigga. Pooh Shiesty, put that gangster shit back on, nigga. No, man. Nigga, I hypocritic, fraud ass niggas. Just 6 months ago, you nigga was trying to shame Gunner. Now you can't shame Gunner. Gunner shame you, nigga. Now it's fuck the streets. Fuck the street movement, nigga. Fuck all you niggas hollering about fuck the streets, nigga. Ain't no fuck the streets. Ain't go to the street.
It's about to be 2026. If you still showing veneration,
fuck the streets. Don't say it on the podcast. Go to that prison system. All them niggas that killed and did that, stood on them codes. Go tell them niggas fuck the streets and the feds just checking that paperwork. I been told y'all these niggas was, man, these niggas, homie, 21 Savage, Young Thug, my niggas, them niggas ain't no real street niggas. Real street niggas ain't never shamed the streets, nigga.
Oh man, you gotta laugh at that fool. That's an old fool right there. right, more ignorance, y'all. Prepare yourselves.
What? Y'all don't care about that shit, nigga. Y'all tripping. Fuck the street. Man, listen, my grandma from the street. Boy, my granddaddy died in the streets, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it like, I told my granddaddy, grandma, man, I'm finna move y'all, man. Let's go, man. I got real smoke out here. Then my grandma said, man, we ain't going nowhere. Nigga, on blood. Nigga, they said we ain't going nowhere. Fuck them nigga, we dying right here. That's where we from, nigga. We from that project. We from Happy Hill, nigga. We don't care about your money, boy. That's your money. Take your money, go do what you want to do with it. We ain't leaving this project. This is all we know, nigga. That's what my grandma told me. I'm like, damn, grandma. Shit, man. This shit for real out here, man. Please let me. Boy, it is what it is. Boy, we dying together. We dying right here, niggas, for life. You hear me? That's why I swear to God, nigga. That's why I'm like, nigga, my grandma ain't say fuck the street, nigga. My granddad ain't say fuck this shit, nigga. Nigga, when y'all was doing the little shows and shit, when all y'all niggas started popping out, get what y'all niggas doing? Hitting no motherfucking clubs up in Alabama. You niggas going to Texas. You niggas was in Florida. You niggas all over the motherfucking world.
Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. This is totally normal. It's just what happens when you grow up. You you understand a lot of this shit wasn't worth it. But you also got to understand you had to go through a lot of this shit to get where you at. You get what I'm saying? I'm a person who's been through a lot of shit. So I am going to say, like, you can't just say fuck the street. You got to say fuck the street mentality. Fuck the street mindset. And then when you say fuck the street mindset, it's more so like shit. It bigger than a tweet and a poster. Niggas having so much influence. Y'all niggas need to go holler at these kids. Go holler at these motherfucking YMCAs and recreation centers and shit. Like, you got to go start with them. The industry don't give a fuck.
Could be resolved. Let's break down why some rappers like Blueface and Honeycomb Breezy are mad that other rappers been saying F the streets. Blueface is from Cali and just got out of jail. The brother Honeycomb Breezy is from Alabama. He just recently got out of jail. Happy that they are both home, for sure. Now, they are mad about the F the street statement, I think because they feel like, yo, that's turning your back on what made us. It's important to note that these rappers are not saying F the people in the streets, because that would be extremely disrespectful, because we all know people that's in the streets. They're saying F the negative aspects of the streets that get people caught up, locked up, and shot up. And rightfully so, some people are going to be skeptical until they see the music line up with the statements. When their music aligns consistently, I believe. It's just talk until we see the lyrics. A post don't mean nothing. Let's pray to see the real fruit. And that's real. People just want accountability, you heard me? If you say that you want something different, then let's see it in the lyrics. That's all, man. So if you're a fan, make sure you do start supporting them if they're showcasing a different side of who they are, you heard me? We just got to say F the street.
Shout out to D1. For the record, you know what I mean? Nobody can't tell me nothing about D1. He's one of the main reasons why this current leg of the movement, keep that in mind, this movement about turning these niggas TVs off, this started all the way back with Black Dot with the book when this started about LIU. This was Hip Hop Decoded. This was Blueprint 322. This was Deaf to Crack Rap on Blog Talk Radio with me and AA and Blue. Like, we've been kicking their backs, and this is Professor Griff before all of us. So this is the latest leg of somebody kicking in their backs. One of the latest legs was D1's demonstration. This brother right here, D1. Out of the NO, out of New Orleans, out of Louisiana, when he went after Rick Ross and said you could do better, and Meek Mill, and then Jim Jones and a few other people, it's been going downhill for those targets ever since. When he aimed his quote unquote Christ consciousness on those targets, when he made those targets his center of attention and whatnot, when he gazed upon those quote unquote waves and whatnot, this man collapsed them. I could honestly say that the ship has been sinking ever since that day. He's collected a lot of souls in his mason jar. He's caught a lot of bullseye. More people are coming to see him and hand him their hats than he's going to see them and have to unstand on the shit that he was standing on. How about that? I haven't seen him have to stand down yet, and a bunch of niggas done walked up to him. I was with him in the club, and where was we at? What state was that? We was out here. We was in Atlanta. We was in a lounge. And he had a nigga pull up on him with a lot of energy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, D1 basically was able to build with dude and let him know and stand on what the fuck he was standing on. And by the end of that, dude had nothing but respect and honor for him. You feel me? Yeah, shout out to Phase 1 too. Phase been standing on shit. You know what I'm saying? Phase been lighting fires on their asses. Phase, you know, Phase is a part of that leg as well. I could say that. Phase is a part of that leg as well. Right? They respect D1 now. They don't have no choice. The truth is the truth. It is going to make itself be known. The truth is the truth. So when D1 spoke the truth to them, he didn't have to say much after that. He put the truth out there. They say, let the truth be known. Now, when the truth is known, life, right, and its circumstances will begin to set the table. Translation, you'll begin to see it with your own eyes, right? In the actions of others, in life's quote unquote occurrences, right? Now you're looking for something and you can actually see it.
And stand on that. That doesn't mean F the people in the streets. That means F all the negative aspects that's getting people caught up, locked up, and shot up. A shift is happening. Excuse me, but I gotta let the Most High.
Yes, a shift is happening, y'all. A paradigm shift is happening in real time. You know, I am elated about this. Okay? I am elated about this, right? So Pooh Shiesty, G Herbo, YFN Lucci, 21 Savage, Young Thug. Those are some of the people that are publicly saying F the streets. Now, mind you, you can't walk that back. I don't know, like, you know, I don't believe in these rappers and everything that they talk about and everything. But one thing that I do know about this new generation, this internet generation, they don't let you walk things back. You just don't play with certain things, right? They're not going to let you walk certain things back. Yeah, you probably could still make street music and everybody will fuck with it. But if you tweeting, fuck the streets, you know, that's a seismic shift in the demographics that is the most quote unquote important in this whole equation, my niggas. And that's the motherfucking 8-year-olds up into the 18-year-olds. They're the ones who matter the most. And each one of these niggas right here have humongous influence over that demographics. They're the way that their minds are wired, we don't know. Because if we did know, we would tell you. You feel me? But however their minds are wired, they have these people on their quote unquote, these artists right here are wired into their switchboard. When they say some shit, it shifts them. When they say certain things, these kids is listening. So I don't care about no old ass people who don't know who these niggas are. I'm not talking to you. Respectfully, go make a sandwich for your grandchild, because that's who I'm talking to. The little niggas is gonna come in your house with a motherfucking military grade weapon. Hopefully not, but they stand a big chance of doing that because they got turned up by one of these rappers who literally can make these kids kill just by rapping. They're convincing these kids to turn into killers. So they have a huge influence. They got a huge influence. They're Boozy holding them accountable. You know? So these rappers, now that the streamers have blown up, now that the streamers are taking over, now that the streamers are taking the bread off of the table, they don't want the streets no more. This started in 2024 when the top of the year, and I was like, yo, the streamers have taken over. It's official. The streets is dead. The rappers are gonna have to conform. They're gonna have to figure some shit out. They're gonna have to figure things out. They can't do what they've been doing. And boom, lo and behold, before the year is even out, they tapping out. They don't want no mas. Okay? They don't believe in this shit. Huh? They don't believe in it. So this thing is built off of belief. It's a collective belief system. It's a collective belief system. The same way that society is breaking down and it cannot hold itself up anymore. It's collapsing. It's collapsing because the the amount of people in the collective that now don't agree with that program is causing a quote unquote glitch in that matrix. So the street shit is going to fall apart because the collective does not agree to it anymore. Keep pushing the fucking envelope, y'all. Keep pushing it. If you listening to this show, don't be too cool. People love to dismiss me, bro. They love to dismiss sometimes when we talk about these topics because they're not deep enough. It's not deep enough. It's not scary enough. You're not using enough syllables. This is the most important topic. Because when you coming home after doing your yoga, and when you coming home after talking about the Anunnaki, and when you coming home after, you did your, you did your yoni steam and everything, and you steamed up and whatnot, you got to walk past the goons, my nigga. You got to walk past the goony googles. You got to walk past the goblins. You got to walk past the demons. They outside. They still out there. You're going to have to walk around them. So I'm just here to let you know that something is going on in their world right now, that if you was a frontliner, if you knew how to take the ball and dunk that shit, my nigga, I'm giving you an alley-oop. This is a, you know what I'm talking about? Do something with it. So when you come across them, don't be some scary ass old head and whatnot. Know that their paradigm is shifting. And you may have something that they need and whatnot in the terms of some information, some opportunities, a book, a name, a resource. You could point them to a teacher. You could do something for them. But we're here to let you know that they're getting closer to you than they are further away from you. I'm letting you know that they are getting closer to you than they are getting further away from you. Check that out. How's that for size? Let's go back to Charleston. Remember what we said before, the character, Charleston White.
Man, don't you nigga turn into no hoe ass nigga. Stand on that shit, nigga. You nigga got probation. You nigga got probation. The white boy thump you niggas upside the head. He didn't spank you. He didn't put a noose around your neck and hang you. You nigga got probation. And now you nigga hollering, fuck the streets. No, fuck you niggas. We ain't letting you niggas off 21 Savage. We are not letting you niggas off the hook that easy because your partner's told. You niggas broke weak. You niggas broke the codes. We ain't saying fuck the streets. We saying we need stay in the streets, nigga. Don't bring y'all scary ass over here still talking street. No, stay over there. Go to jail, die, and get killed. Pooh Shiesty, put that gangster shit back on, nigga. No, man, I hate these niggas. I hate you hypocritic, fraud ass niggas. Just 6 months ago, you niggas was trying to shame Gunner. Now you can't shame Gunner. Gunner shame you niggas. Now it's fuck the streets. Ain't no fuck the streets. Ain't go to the streets and tell them street niggas fuck the streets. Don't say it on the podcast. Go to that prison system, all them niggas that killed and did that, stood on them codes. Go tell them niggas fuck the streets, and the feds just checking that paperwork. 21 Savage, Young Thug, my niggas, them niggas ain't no real street niggas. Real street niggas ain't never shamed the streets, nigga. These little rapping Atlanta boys, y'all never was no real street nigga. Y'all been rapping niggas, acting like y'all street nigga. You niggas ain't never murked nothing, nigga. Your niggas been street niggas. Now y'all niggas doing time and the rapping niggas got free. Now holla, fuck the street. No, fuck y'all, nigga. All them niggas, G Herbo, Pussyfoot, Pooh Shiesty, 21 Savage, Young Thug, all them niggas ain't no street nigga hollering fuck no streets. It's them fake ass rapping niggas hollering about they were street nigga. Should've stayed y'all motherfucking ass in the studio. Shouldn't have never tried to go street nigga.
So, regardless of how people may want to cut it and how the ball bounces, Charleston White is still undefeated when it comes to the work that he's been putting in on the streets. Okay? He's still undefeated. The work that you see with these people leaving the streets alone, the quarter zip movement, rappers feeling like, you know what, the street shit ain't worth it. I mean, it would be completely facetious of me to not say that he has something to do with that. He has a lot to do with that. He's an anomaly. I've said it before. The character that's called Charleston White is a self-proclaimed martyr. Look at what happened to Charlie, what's his name? To Charlie Kirk, right? Charlie Kirk was controversial. Charlie Kirk was hated. Charlie Kirk talked dog shit. You understand? Charlie Kirk talked dog shit. If somebody clips Charleston White in the middle of his campaign, they're going to create more Charleston Whites. And he's going to be immortalized. Maybe not by Trump and JD Vance and them niggas, but somebody's going to step up and they're going to push him to another level. But he has taken down, he's a necessary evil, and he is a troll. He is a meme lord. If something were to happen to him, he would exist as a meme lord, like how Charlie Kirk is, the Kirkification of the quote unquote internet. And because I don't see that many, he's not like Charleston White is not a meme more so than he is for like video clips, if that makes any sense. You know, he is a meme, he's a meme lord, he's an edge lord. He's an edge lord. He's gonna say the shit that people are not gonna say. He's gonna go against every grain. So even if the rappers do something that people think is positive, he's gonna always come with the objective. He's the new star in Buck Wild. Only to the point where he's the new star, because when Star and Buck Wild was first coming out, they were as edgy as Charleston White is, to where niggas wanted to clip them. Do y'all remember that? The nigga Star, that's on the radio, that's on YouTube. When he first had came out, he was the equivalent to what Charleston White is right now on the internet, and mad people wanted to body him as well. Remember that. Remember that. And now it's somewhat kind of watered down because there are shock jocks that are more edgier than Star. But when he first came out, he was the equivalent to a Charleston White in terms of his controversy, the things that he would say, and how far he was taking shit. Right? So if anything, Charleston White is copying the blueprint that quote unquote star wrote, because Charlemagne the God was a gossiping queen. He was not controversial. He can't hold the fucking candle to Star from Star and Buck Wild. He's nothing like that guy. Nowhere, no how, no way, never. And they just gave him 20 million. You know? They just gave his ass 20 million for the cooneries. But while everything was happening and they talking about the streets is dead, let me tell you why the streets is dead. There's many reasons why the streets is dead. Oh, 200 million. My bad. Yeah, Charlemagne got 200 million, right? Oh, yeah. Respectfully. Okay. So why did it take, if the streets ain't dead, why did it take niggas years to beat up on Jake Paul? It took almost a decade for you niggas to beat Jake Paul. If the streets wasn't dead, niggas would have been knocked his top off. He's supposed to get put down 20 fights before when he knocked Nate Robinson out. What the fuck? But check this out. This is good. This is how you end the year, y'all. This is how you end the year. You know what I'm talking about? Who roll up? We're gonna smoke on some Jake Paul. Yeah.
If I can break his soul and I can break his mentality, then I've broken.
Ballet. This is a black man's ballet right here, y'all. Let's go, Dan.
If I can break his soul and I can break his mentality, then I've broken Jake. So it's not just physical. I gotta take your soul in the ring. I've just seen in fights when I can see someone's frequency leaving their body, and that's what my goal is to do the same to you. When you're fighting, you can just see a small glimmer of someone that's just about to start fading, and then you just keep exploiting that, keep exploiting that until.
That's every white boy who got their ass beat today. Because that was y'all man, y'all doppelgangered him. Every white boy got their ass beat. White boys, it's over with. Your whole reign is done. Respectfully, you know what I mean? Send me the invoice. But your whole shit is over. This was the ending of your book right tonight, where your jaw got broke twice. That's the chapter closing of your fucking movie, my niggas. All of that fake tough guy shit that y'all was doing, y'all didn't even take advantage of the year that the Lord gave y'all. And now the book is closed. Wrap it up. Pack that shit up. Bandis Owens, pack it up. Erica Kirk, pack it up. Jake Paul, pack it up. Joe Rogan, eat a fucking bug, nigga. Pack it up. All of y'all gotta pack it up. Y'all are not going into 2026 with no swag. Aiden Ross, pack it up. They all gotta go. It's over for every single one of them. You're not being renewed next season. I don't even want to see any one of them. Facts. We entertained that shit. Yeah, that great white hype shit is over with. We entertained all of that fuckery, and y'all didn't even do nothing. Y'all didn't even pop once. Like, y'all sent ice into Chicago, and that was it. Y'all dices are loaded. Yeah, we got a Jake Paul. I hate y'all. I'm sleeping in bed. It's a late call. Ugh. Like, I expected more from y'all, white boys. Y'all had the world in y'all hands, and y'all was out here doing crypto rug pulls. Y'all beating up on Venezuela boat niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all got ice with the shiesties on, running down on children and women and 6-year-olds. Y'all are the worst. You know what I'm saying? You look at what y'all did to Amber Rose. Her rose petals are dried up. You feel me? Y'all got shorties out here with the Mar-a-Lago face. And then the Epstein files drop. Yeah, I got an episode coming on tomorrow. I'm about to cook these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? It's called Boys R Us. Jeffries Island. Or maybe Weekend at Jeffries. I'm still trying to depend on what name I'm going to really hit it. Amber's looking horrible. What did they wore her down? The fuck? She ain't waste no time. Nigga got Michael Jackson with Epstein. Is it Hicksfield? What is that? What is that? What is that? Nano Banana?
vanguard taught performance, polish, persona, profit. But beneath every brand, there's a being waiting to remember its name.
You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself.
This isn't a course. It's a conjuring. 4 weeks.
You were never meant to market yourself.
You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself. You were never meant to market yourself. You were meant to mythologize yourself.
The primal ontological loop is the hidden architecture of being, tool, expression, identity, meaning, the 4 chambers where all sovereign brands are born.
The algorithm was never neutral. It's a digital parasite feeding on human cognition itself.
A tool is intention made tangible. Expression is how that intention breathes. Identity is the rhythm that gathers when your tools strike true. And meaning is the vow behind it all and the way it impacts the world. Branding isn't corporate cosplay, it's ontology in drag, the ritual through which your myth takes form. IRL. We live in the age of ghost signals, where creators burn bright but unseen, mimicking trends instead of transmitting substance. The
To this day, to this day, to this day, to this day, to
replacing hip hop. We're replacing one poison with another because the vast majority of content creators, they're not adding any value to the world. It's just it's actually even more harmful than hip hop because at least hip hop, you got one album every 1 year or every 2 years. And the album is like 1 hour.
It's an album a week.
Every day. Somebody's coming out with an album and it's like 2 hours and 1 hour and 45 minutes. And my timeline has more content than it does music. And I think that's a direct correlation that hip hop has had the worst year that it's had in 20 years, not been on the charts for like 40 weeks. I think that's a direct correlation to content taking over. And people are listening to content more than they're listening to music. But the content is not better than the music. The content is the same negative influence, the same toxicity as the music has. So we're replacing one poison for another. High level conversations, of course. When you talk about Market Mondays, Earn Your Leisure, even Blackout, we have valuable conversations, but these are outliers. In the grand scheme of things. The vast majority of people that's making content that's extremely popular in our community are talking about gossip, 50-50 relationship. They're talking about sports and they're talking about rap. And they have gambling, advertisements, and they have marijuana deals. Liquor deal. So it really ain't no better. Like it's the same thing.
The same shit. And niggas try to sprinkle in some black liberation conversation as if that
to offset the dick pills and the liquor ads.
Let's be honest, like 90% of creators are sellouts. They don't actually have that much integrity and value. And a lot of people talked a lot about rappers, and then everybody else went and did the same thing. You made a deal with the devil as well. Let's be honest with it. Like every time we're selling gambling to our people, it's a deal with the devil. Like there's no other way to cut this. We can dress it up as, you know, however you wanted to make it sound, but you're selling poison to a people that's already poisoned. We already sick, and you know that's not what we need. But of course, you're in survival mode, selling shit to people that's going to keep them in survival mode.
Yep.
Right. And so it's a dangerous game. And that's why, you know, having integrity in this game is tough.
They have a whole show about complete, stupid, dumb shit. And there'll be 3 ads for the show: liquor, gambling, and weed.
Because that's what the show is for.
Yeah.
The show is just to sell that. So you actually have to keep the audience dumb to keep. If you start talking about self-improvement, how you going to sell me gambling at the same time? How you going to talk about mental health and then sell gambling at the same time? How do these things correlate and line up? Right? Then go sell me fructose syrup drinks and liquor and all of these high inflammation foods. Yet we talking about health.
So 21 Savage said, fuck the streets. Yes, I'm jacking that. And a whole bunch of other rappers is following behind him, as they should. Shout to G Herbo, shout to Pooh Shiesty. I'm jacking that. But I got something to say to you street niggas. Where's the pushback? Where's the pushback like y'all niggas have for me when I told niggas drop their flag? Now, granted, 21, I don't want niggas to give you pushback. I'm not saying I want niggas to come and turn it into a negative. I don't. What I am doing, it's a rhetorical question. I'm exposing these niggas even more. Because these street niggas of these days, not my days, today, these niggas is whores. These niggas is women. You know how, like, the women, they like the men with the high status, and if they got money or high social status, they dick ride them? That's these niggas of today. Because 21 to say that, and I bet you these niggas won't say nothing. Because the nigga got money. Right? That's how these niggas is. These niggas is whores. Y'all niggas is bitches. For real, I never even wanted to take this angle, but I could have. Because when I did it, you niggas give me pushback, but I ain't give a fuck. Because I know you niggas ain't gonna do nothing, because you niggas ain't built like that. But for real, I'm looking at it like Jim Jones. 21 just said, fuck the streets. I need somebody to go on one of them interviews and ask Jim Jones now, because I want to hear the chuckles and the yeah, and I want to hear all that. Like, 21 just said, fuck the streets. So I need y'all to respond. I need the streets to, how y'all feel about that? Because I love it. I salute them. Fuck these streets. This shit is washed. I don't say fuck the streets because I feel like I can't handle myself in the streets. I feel like you niggas ain't worthy for me to be in this shit. You niggas ain't worthy for a nigga like me, for my presence to be around. Fuck this shit. Real shit. I know I'm gonna hold it down. Y'all niggas ain't gonna hold it down. Y'all not built for nothing. Y'all not built for the war y'all talking about. Y'all not built for jail. Y'all not built for to go in front of that fucking judge and face life in prison. Y'all not built for that. So these streets is washed, as we see. So fuck the streets. Shout to 21. Shout to Pooh Shiesty. Keep it going. Shout to G Herbo. Keep that shit going. Fuck these streets. Drop them flags, man. Yo, we in the age of artificial intelligence, man. It was just another indictment yesterday in New York in the Bronx. Another indictment. I ain't even posted. I'm like,
saying it now. F the streets. And honestly, I get it. But here's the uncomfortable question nobody really wants to ask. Can you really say F the streets after you already picked a side? Especially in something like the NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk beef, where lines were drawn publicly, loyalty was loud, and silence meant something. For years, hip-hop is rewarded being 10 toes down. No switching, no forgiveness, no exit strategy. Now suddenly, the same peers who swore they never fold are choosing peace, money, and longevity. And to be clear, that's not weakness. That's rational. That's survival. This is something I've personally observed. So-called street dudes and real ends will be the first to tell you what the rules are, but they don't participate in the drama. That part is for you. They'll watch you crash out. They'll watch you catch a case. They'll watch you get buried, and then quietly move on with their lives. When you're arrested, when you're murdered and your family doesn't have money to bury you, or when you're staring down 30 to 40 years in a cell, that same street code gets renounced as ill-fated dogma, and you're the only one left paying the price. So imagine being Lil Durk right now, with real charges hanging over your head, watching almost everyone who once vowed to never switch up suddenly swear off the streets entirely. That has to feel crazy. Not wrong, just heavy. The streets don't retire you. They don't pay your legal fees. They don't bury you. And the moment artists have something real to lose, they don't abandon the streets, they outgrow them. So yeah, say F the streets if you want. Just don't pretend the streets ever loved you back.
The streets. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. So there's a lot of pushback, as you can see naturally. You know, people just not feeling this shit. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I understand where they coming from. I feel the same way. We've been saying this for a very long time. We've been saying this for a very long time. Let us continue to go. Let's go. More talk.
A nigga with me ready to crash. Ooh. Nigga might rap like that. That shit be cap. In real life, nigga, I got down. Go to the studio. I go check on businesses. I got down. Have business conversations. Got down. Go on vacations. So, no, I don't feel like that.
So
I don't got them type of niggas
So
around.
you a studio guy?
Overly. The biggest studio gangster. The biggest one.
Overly loaded.
The biggest one. Oh, God.
Nah, man.
So, you know, I don't know people's motives with why they change or why they growing or why they are, you know, maybe there's a Rico on the way. Whatever the case is, I'm not here to speculate. What I'm here to do is to report on some of the activities and some of the shifts and some of these players in this quote unquote game out here that is claiming souls, right? And it is claiming good souls and it's claiming innocent souls. So yeah, just a little observation. Just a little observation. Let's go and check out some more conversations. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yizzo was popping. So, of course, the conversation is circulating and laying on my desk about this whole F the streets conversation, right? Check this out. People have an issue, the people who having issues with Thug and 21 saying F the streets, it's because who's saying it. That's what the problem is for real, because anybody with a half a brain and a logical mind understands why people would say F these streets, especially those of us who have been in them and are no longer in them. And some people who are in them understands how bad they want to get out of them, but they still doing what they got to do. But F the streets is not a bad thing to say. I mean, it's something that's really necessary, because anybody that understands that knows either you quit, you die, or you go to jail. So at some point you gotta wake up. I don't care if you was just wilding out last month and this month you decided to wake up. A lot of people don't like to see people advance, depending on who it is. They don't want to see people rise up. Oh no, you was just talking all that talk last week, last month. No, don't change now. Yes, change. By all means, make that change if that's what you feel is necessary to do. Understand, the things that you've done still gonna follow you. So even if you change and say F the streets, and this is for anybody, even if you change and say F the streets, there still could be repercussions and consequences for what you did in the street. But by all means, if you reach a point where you really understand that ain't nothing out there except death and destruction, then you gonna understand that it makes all the sense in the world to say F the street.
You watching this video, you about to hear some fucking facts. And people don't like the truth because it hurts them. I was going to do this video on TikTok. You know where you put the picture in the background and you start talking? But these facts right here need 100-inch. You see this bitch-ass sticker right here? Yo, listen, they going to skip this. The facts hurts people's feelings. I just need y'all to know that. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
If I was on Poly Market and I was doing sports betting, horse bettings, I would bet that this nigga was not gonna make it past 2026. I just have a feeling that you know the Matrix is gonna deal with him real soon. Cause this year he reminded me why he was outcasted, why he needed to remain silent. You know, DJ Academics got to pay for this shit. They got to go down for this, bringing this rap back.
Now hear this out. This bitch ass nigga says, yo, hold on, let's start with this. Gunna, Young Thug, y'all niggas fix that shit. Y'all love each other. Niggas knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time. When he told the first time. And we swept it. We, not them. We, as the whole Atlanta. We swept it under the rug for you. You know, he wasn't trying to leave you to hang, nigga. Fuck the streets. Now it's fuck the streets when it's convenient for you. The album sales is not selling, nigga.
I wouldn't even torture you and show y'all part 2 and 3, but you know, this is, remember, he represents troll energy, right? He's a revenge of the trolls and whatnot. He represents the attention economy. He's the troll that you got to pay at the toll to get past the bridge. So every time that Tekashi pops up into the quote unquote conversation, I kind of know what I'm looking at, right? But yeah, F him and F all of the weirdos and whatnot. F the academics of the world, F the Adam 22s of the world, F the Trap Law Rosses of the world. They'll never say F the streets. They'll never say the streets is dead. They won't say that because low key they are fanboys. They fetish the streets. The streets to them is sort of like them riding through the safari. Why would hunters in the safari tell the lions to stop fighting one another? It makes no sense. They're not there to stop the animals in the Serengeti. They're not there to stop the quote unquote game from hunting. They're there to pick on a carcass, and they are actually there to look at the Mandingo wrestling take place. They're not there for these other things. Adam 22 is documenting whatever's going on in the Serengeti. He is the equivalent of a game hunter. He is the equivalent of, he is the modern day version, right? He's the Pornhub version of a quote unquote National Geographic quote unquote photographer. Instead of being a photographer, he's a videographer in the jungle, interviewing niggas from the jungle, interviewing gorillas from the mist, interviewing lions, tigers, and bears. So is Vlad. Vlad is interrogating the motherfucking zoo. You know what I'm saying? That's all they're doing. They're not there to stop anything. They're not there to piece anything. That's not their job. They never, ever gave you that impression. That's not what they show up for. They're actually the antithesis to that. So just know that. And knowing that is half the battle. Okay. This war for the hearts and the minds of really the youth, right? It's the it's the old heads and the adults. They're just in the audience. They're just privy to what's taking place. But this is really a battle for the youth on some Stranger Things type shit. Vecna pulling the youth in, you know what I mean? Pulling in Max and whatnot. Some of these kids are getting pulled in by these emo rappers, getting pulled in, but it's not the emo rappers, it's the Universal Records that's pulling them in. Universal Records will be like the black hole of the portal, and they have their artists as the arms that are pulling thousands of people into their portals. And their portals is a pipeline to private prison industries and to pork chop production plants. Because, yeah, they're putting niggas in the food. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for your time and your attention. We had a great show tonight. The streets is motherfucking dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm bury it with a motherfucking stab it with a fork and you know, and just bury it in the backyards. We don't need it. It doesn't serve us. It's non-monetizable. It's a toxic stock. You know what I'm talking about? It's radioactive. It doesn't love you. It give you wrinkles and whatnot. It literally has our people looking zombie-like. It literally has our people with bad bodies and whatnot. It's not healthy. It's not holistic. It's not organic. It doesn't promote homeostasis. It's not a part of your mental health journey and whatnot. It doesn't bring clarity. It doesn't help with your fogginess. It doesn't help with erections. You know what I'm saying? It won't help you in your workout. It doesn't take your silver hair and turn it black. It doesn't reverse aging. It doesn't whiten your teeth. You know what I mean? It doesn't help your nail cuticles grow. You dig what I'm saying? So what is the purpose of it? Why are we giving so much to something that gives us nothing? Huh? I'm wondering, what is this about? So it's not above anybody, and it's not beneath us as well to analyze this shit, to ask some honest questions, and to bring facts to the table. This is a diagnosis of a very sick culture that we need to quote unquote diagnose, but it's also on its deathbed. We, ladies and gentlemen, are watching the party die, and this is the great fall. All right. Next episode, Silence of the Lames, on the way. Make sure you are in the building for that. We're going to be cooking. Shout out to all of the KTL All Stars. We have a very big announcement tomorrow. Make sure y'all are subscribed so you could get a notification when we go live, and you'll be able to get that. All right. Peace, love, and light. Y'all stay dangerous. We will see you tomorrow. Make sure you get your tickets. Hold on. I'm running out the door. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets for the workshop tomorrow. I want my brothers to be very proud. The fact that we put something together and they see it come together. I'm speaking about Razbin and Ra'aku. I want to give them the good news that the people have responded to them in a very healthy and positive manner, right? Our master teachers deserve to feel appreciated. And the best way to show them appreciation, the same way when you walk in a room for a surprise birthday party, if it was only 2 people in that room, your mama, right, and your neighbor, you would be okay with it. But if there was 200 people in the room to surprise you for your birthday and whatnot, your heart would smile and you would feel very elated and whatnot, and that would be the best birthday of your life. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, going into 2026, one of the biggest themes that we're going to shift to on this platform, we've already been there, but we're really going to shift to health and wellness. Health and wellness is going to be one of our main focuses moving into the calendar year of 2026, right? Schoolie Red is going to take his health a lot more serious. I'm going to go on a health journey, right? One of my main sponsors, we're going to be bringing a lot of sponsors in, and our sponsors are going to be dealing with lifestyle. They're going to be dealing with health and wellness, and they're going to be dealing with products that I myself use and I personally use it. So as you see me transform, as you see me actively go through this transformation and change myself, I'm going to be using products. This is one of the first products in my product line that I'm already using. And this is one of the first products in the product line that I'm introducing to the world and whatnot. This is V-Cell. Okay. So this is the V-Cell sea moss, right? This is some of the best tasting sea moss on the planet right now. This is soursop and elderberry. Okay. You could go to this website and you could get a bottle. You could get a 12-pack. You could get a 64-pack. This is sea moss gel that you could put on a sandwich and eat like jelly. You do not need to put this in anything else but your mouth. Okay. You could put a spoon in here. That's the only thing you need. I didn't even use a spoon. I literally scooped it with my hands. Okay. So this is our sponsor. I want to say shout out to VCell. We also have another sponsor coming, A Game. This is the direction that we're going in, health and wellness, and in products and whatnot. And we're going to be offering an affiliate program. So you and yours in your city, you could go ahead and get paid. All right. So with that being said, I want to debut the world premiere for our VCell commercial. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. World premiere. Hey,
hey, hey, hey. VCell in my cup, I'm feeling boss. 21 flavors powered by CMOS. Flow from within, yeah, we never fall off. Run it up, 99 minerals, flaws. VCell in my cup, I'm feeling right. Sip to the sunrise, dance to the night. From the ocean's kiss to your city lights. 21 flavors, pure health in every bite. Drip so clean, we're custom made. From reef to street, we elevate. Gold green gel, set the record straight. Nature in a bottle, that's a better way. Charge me up, no caffeine crash. Clean energy, steady splash. From skin to gut, yeah, we live from within. Wellness on 10, let the rhythm begin. Pour it up, pour it up. Feel the wave, body thanking me. Every save, ocean wisdom in this glass. VCell magic, CMOS. VCell in my car, I'm feeling boss. 21 flavors powered by CMOS. Flow from within, yeah, we never fall off. Count it up, 99 minerals, flaws. Island breeze in the city maze. We're mineral rich in 1,000 ways. Immunity high like the summer rays. Hydrate the hustle, fuel your days. Berry, mango, ginger, lime. Pick your flow, your flavor, your time. Beauty and balance we redefine. Every little sip, align your shine. Pour it up, feel the way. Body thanking me for every sip. Ocean wisdom in this glass. VCell magic, CMOS. VCell in my car, I'm feeling boss. 21 flavors powered by CMOS. Glow from within, yeah, we never fall off. Count it up, 99 minerals, flaws. From the coral choir to the heartbeat drum. Roots run deep where the wild tides hum. Real ones know where the glow comes from. VCell in the mix now, watch us.
Fire. Yeah. I need to holler at us if you need your commercial, if you need a brand with a commercial like that, so you could be turned up. I need to come and holler at us, man. Get your budget right. That's not cheap right there, but it's affordable. You know what I'm talking about? Come and holler at my design agency and come and get your brand turned up. Get your commercial, you know what I mean? Turn that shit all the way up. Let's go. It's no time to play. Let's go. We in-house. We don't got to go to China, India, Persia. We in-house. Yeah, but look, this shit right here, I'm about to put a commercial out with everybody's whatchamacallit, their the first time reaction. Telling you, the layers of flavor, right? And this don't spoil. This is not the CMOS that you got to worry about, that it spoils and whatnot. Go to the website. Go to the website. You know what I'm saying? The website, the QR code was all over that commercial. I'm going to play it one more time. You could scan the QR code. It will take you right to the website. Okay? It'll take you right to the website. You'll get all of your FAQs. Let's go.
V-Cell in my cup, I'm feeling boss. 21 flavors powered by CMOS. Flow from within, yeah, we never fall off. Count it up, 99 minerals, flaws. V-Cell in my cup, I'm feeling right. Sip to the sunrise, dance to the night. From the oceans, kiss to your city lights. 21 flavors, pure health in every bite. Drip so clean, we're custom made. From reef to street, we elevate. Gold green gel, set the record straight. Nature in a bottle, that's a better way. Charge me up, no caffeine crash. Clean energy, steady splash. From skin to gut, yeah, we live from within. Wellness on 10, let the rhythm begin. Pour it up, pour it up. Feel the wave, body thanking me. Every save, ocean wisdom in this glass. V-Cell magic, CMOS. V-Cell in my car, I'm feeling boss. 21 flavors powered by CMOS. Flow from within, yeah, we never fall off. Count it up, 99 minerals, flaws. Island breeze in the city maze. We're mineral rich in 1,000 ways. Immunity high like the summer rays. Hydrate the hustle, fuel your days. Berry, mango, ginger, lime. Pick your flow, your flavor, your time. Beauty and balance we redefine. Every little sip, align your shine. Wait up, feel the wave, body thanking me. Every step, ocean wisdom in this glass. V-Cell magic, CMOS. V-Cell in my car, I'm feeling boss. 21 flavors powered by CMOS. Glow from within, yeah, we never fall off. Count it up, 99 minerals, flaws. From the coral choir to the heartbeat drum. Roots run deep where the wild tides hum. Real ones know where the glow comes from. V-Cell in the mix now, watch us.
Look out for that, and look out for A Game. The new era of our advertisers is here. We are now have entered into lifestyle. We are now have entered into health and wellness. Start this journey with us, ladies and gentlemen. Start this journey with us, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to turn this thing to F up. I promise you, 2026 is going to be so promising. It is going to be so lit. We're making the announcement for our New Year's Eve celebration tomorrow. We're making the announcement for our New Year's Eve tomorrow, along with other big announcements. Make sure y'all are in the building. We are going to do our best to bring you sacrilegious Sundays, but we definitely have the lecture, right, with Ra Aku, Rasben, and I myself, Red Pill, Mañana. See you in the building. Pay us in crypto. Shout out to Bully. Shout out to Slice. Shout out to everybody. Spin. Everybody that helped put this strong in together and made this shit a motherfucking hit. Peace, love, and light. We will see you on the other side.
Pay us in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke. You stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco. And you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped nose. Acting gay up in Cisco. Like take the day off and play up at pistols. Causing chaos and play up Calypso. I paused in kitchens and caused addictions. I paused prescriptions and caused inflictions. Lil Bixby playing in stores and bricks and on the dark web. You gotta pause every doors, cause encryption. Tesla engines, pause the pistons. I seen every floor I leave sore and listing. For that action, they sponsored the Bronson. They was hooked on that shit like Johnson and Johnson. That freeway, Ricky Ross, straight out of Compton, straight out of Bumpton. Red on blue, violence in the land. The projection of the will, the perfection of the kill, the reflection of the pills. I'm a frontline soldier, I'm no doja. These crystals not for focus in crypto. Diamonds is dancing like they up in disco. You niggas in fist smoke, you stay up and dip low. You niggas stay up and get low. Heard you way up in Frisco. If you say what the heck so. Every player gets snipped now. Acting gay up in Cisco. Might take the day off and play up at pistols. Causing chaos and play up Calypso. Hickory dickory down. Hit a lick, put the sticky in the box. When the blicky get hot. Lick off a shot. Heavy in the pedal, we slip off a knot. Heavy in the ghetto, they crib walk a lot. Crip walk the crypto, lift up the stocks. Drips off the crystal and pots. Disco rods in the blocks on my chain from the crystal shop. In the light air, lift off the rock. Told Virgil right.